And we're back to some more New Jersey Devils Battle Royale franchise mode in Hockey Legacy Manager 25. And in this one, we are getting started with the Year 8 offseason and heading into Year number 9, as there are only 16 teams remaining in the league. So let's get right to the draft lottery and see who's going to be picking first overall. So at number 8, you have Boston, followed up by Edmonton, Washington, Florida, Dallas, Tampa at number 3, Vegas at number 2, and Montreal from Vancouver at number 1. So let's get right to the draft here and see who's going to be available for us at number 11. So we have a 90 overall potential goaltender in McConnell, and then an 86 potential goaltender in Hakala. Then you have an 84 potential playmaker in Berg, 88 potential playmaker with the Red Star motivation. So it may as well take McConnell, even if it's just for the trade value here. So Luke McConnell, welcome to the New Jersey Devils. He is a 70 overall, 4.5 Green Star potential goaltender. At pick number 31 now, I think we'll take the sniper Alexander Klemenko. He is 18 years of age, 86 projected overall with the Red Star motivation, 60 offensive, 60 defensive. He had 21 points last year with Sherbrooke. So we will take him with this pick. Welcome to the New Jersey Devils, Alexander Klemenko. And he is a 60 overall, 3.5 Red Star potential sniper. All right, on to pick number 56. And I think we'll take the center sniper Urbom. He's got the Green Star motivation, 82 projected overall, 60 offensive, 58 defensive, and he seems like one of the best players available at this point. So Jacob Urbom, welcome to the New Jersey Devils. He is a 59 overall sniper, 3.5 Green Star potential. At pick number 63 now. So I think we'll take the 2A defenseman ranked at number 46, Al Dubé. He is a 77 projected overall with a 62 offensive, 62 defensive. So we'll be taking him with this pick. He's a 62 overall, 2.5 Red Star potential. Pick number 79 in round number 5 now. And I think we'll take Mike Simpson. We don't know much about him, but he is the highest ranked player available at this point, so we'll take him. He is a 60 overall offensive defenseman with the 2.5 Green Star potential. At pick number 95, I think we'll just take the highest ranked 18-year-old. That would be Moss. John Moss, the center sniper. Welcome to the New Jersey Devils. He is a 59 overall, 2.5 Red Star potential. And pick number 111, this is our last pick. I think I'll take Jermaine Page. He is 18 years of age, of course. He had 45 goals last year in the WHL and rose 325 in the draft rankings from his preseason rankings. So we'll take him with this pick. Welcome to the New Jersey Devils, Jermaine Page. And he is a 61 overall with a 3.5 Red Star potential. So that'll just about do it for this draft. And let's go to the contract extensions, see who needs to be re-signed. You have Brown, Lavage, Addison, so no one too major here. I will re-sign Lavage, but only for 1 year. I'll give him 1 year for 2.23. Dawes can walk. Trifimov, I'm going to re-sign. McConnell, I don't know about yet. I think I want to give him 1 year in his current league. I'll sign a few of these prospects here. Klingberg, Olofsson. Then I think I'll sign Squires for the minors. I think Karpovich is a nice replacement defenseman, given that he's an offensive defenseman. So he fits in nicely to our chemistry. And he's nice and cheap, so 1 year for 1.04 for Karpovich. And Strome, he wants, I'll give him 1 year for a minimum deal. Then Cole Brown did not play for us last year, so I think we'll probably just release him. He wants 2 years for 2.6. I just don't know where he fits in this lineup, to be honest. Then you have Palm, who I will sign to a 1 year deal. Andel, I will sign. Staxelius. And all these guys for the minors. All right, so all those guys accepted their deals, and we are now up to 88.8 on our salary cap. We still have a good, what is that, 9 mil to work with? Yeah, in fact, exactly 9 mil. But I think I'm going to leave the rest of these guys unsigned. Let's see what Addison did for us last year. 4 points in 6 games played. Nah, I think we'll release him because you have Singleton, who's actually an 82 overall now as an offensive defenseman. I think we'll sign him, get him on board. And that'll actually make Casey our 7th defenseman. So yeah, we can release Addison there. And not to mention, we already have Karpovich as a backup offensive defenseman. We don't need Addison as well. Oh, and then you have Guskov and Celebrini, who are both up to an 81 overall now as well. So I think we'll be signing both of them here. Yeah, I think we could release the rest of these guys. So that being said, let's advance to July 1st and see what there is in free agency. If we even need anything, to be honest. We're very deep everywhere. I mean, we have so many good players. I mean, you have Guskov and Celebrini currently scratched as 81 overall young players. Then, of course, our defensive core is stacked. You have Hughes, Nemetz, Salayev, Bachvis, Stenlund, Singleton, Casey as the 7th defenseman. And then you have Finley in goal. So, I mean, I think we're just, we're set. We don't, we really do not need anything, I don't think, out of this free agency. I mean, we'll see what's there, but I really don't think that we're going to be getting anything here. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we need anything. So we could just go straight ahead to the Hall of Fame inductions. And inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame this year are Connor Hellebuck, Andrzej Kopitar, Erik Karlsson, and John Tavares. Ooh, Bogdan Vasilevsky up to an 86 overall. Kobe Cohn up to an 86 overall. The growth of this game is kind of insane, to be honest. Vasilevsky was at a 78 this past season. Now he's up to an 86. Then you have Cohn was up to an 86, who was 82 last season. Or at least at the start of last season, he was a 78. Yeah, we really didn't need anything. These are our lines heading into year number 9. You have Hughes, Hischier, Vasilevsky on the first line. Then Combe, Waslin, and Holmertz. Then Zadorov, Arsenault, and Kempe. Bratt, Middlestat, Pikkarainen. Scratches Huhtinen. And then on defense, you have Hughes and Nemeth. Salayev and Singleton. Stenlund and Casey. And then scratched is Bachfist. And then you have Finley and Hovage in net. Power play is Hughes, Hischier, Vasilevsky, Hughes, and Singleton. Then you have Arsenault, Waslin, Zadorov, Holmertz, and Nemeth. I couldn't even fit guys like Combe or Salayev or Kempe on the power play, or Middlestat. that's how good our offense is. Then on the penalty kill, you have Hischier, Arsenault, Stenlund, Nemeth, Combe, Vasilevsky, Salayev, and Hughes. So as long as goaltending doesn't drop the ball, we should be fine. So with that, let's get underway with year number 9 with your New Jersey Devils. Ooh, Nico Hischier out with a 1-month injury. So I guess that means we'll move, I'm going to say Combe up to the first line. That makes it a blue line potential. Then I'll move Zadorov up to the top 6, Bratt up to the third line, and then Huhtinen in. Unfortunately, that does leave a hole on our penalty kill in particular. So I think we'll get Waslin in there. And then on the power play, we will put Combe. Oh, Nico injured again. He just got back in. At least it's only 1 week. Oh, Nico with another injury. He's, I mean, at least it's just an illness. It's only going to be 4 days, but still, that's the third time this year. His health is definitely starting to decline. They're down by 23 this season. Holy moly. And here we are at the end of the regular season. We finished 54, 21, and 7. Good enough for 115 points and the President's Trophy. So let's take a look at the player stats and see who did what this season. In 61 games played for Finley, you have a .920 save percentage and 5 shutouts and a goals saved above average of 28.89. He was phenomenal this season. And in 21 games played for Hovage, you have a .911 save percentage and a 4.23 goal saved above average. Skater-wise, you have 105 points for Jack Hughes. He's not slowing down just yet. And of course, he just continues to build upon his Devils offensive records. Then you have Vasilevsky in his rookie season with 81 points. He's got to win the Calder for sure, right? I mean, that's a 40-goal season for the rookie Vasilevsky. Then you have Luke with 66, Combe with 55, Nemeth with 54, Holmertz with 48, Hischier with 47, Waslin with 44, Singleton with 42, Salayev with 41, Arsenault with 35, Zadorov with 32, Kempe with 31, Stenlund with 25, Middlestat with 22, Pikkarainen with 15, Casey with 14, Bratt with 12, Huhtinen with 4, and Bachfist with 1 in 4 games played. So that being said, let's get in the playoffs and see what we have in the first round. And we'll be facing the 41, 33, and 8 Columbus Blue Jackets in the first round. So let's get right to it. Game 1 underway. And that'll be a goal for Nemeth to get us on the board. And that will be it for the first period. Solid first period. Let's keep it going here in the second. And there's a goal for Hoglander to make it 1-1 on the power play. And that'll be it. Heading into the third period, we are tied at 1. And there's a goal for Vasilevsky, his first playoff goal. Makes it 2-1. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Can we hold this lead? Come on, New Jersey. There it is. We hold the lead. 3 stars of the game are Finley, Kavan, and Singleton. All right, here we go. Game number 2. There's a goal for Jack Hughes right off the bat to make it 1-0. And there's a goal for Sulemans to make it 1-1 for Columbus. And Columbus with a last-minute goal in the first period to put them up 2-1 heading into the second. And there's a goal for Coronado to make it 3-1. But then we have a goal for Zadorov unassisted, make it 3-2. And there's a goal for Jack Hughes on the power play, makes it 3-3. And we're heading in the third period tied at 3. Come on, New Jersey. 10 minutes remaining in the period. Get me the go-ahead goal. 5 minutes remaining. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we have overtime? No, we don't. Casey with the last-minute goal from Arsenault and Zadorov to make it a 4-3 victory. And we have a 2-0 series lead. 3 stars of the game, Zadorov, Hughes, and Hischier. All right, game number 3. Let's take a 3-0 series lead. And that will be a scoreless first period as we head into the second, with the shots being roughly even up to this point. And there's the first goal of the game, Singleton on the power play with his first playoff goal to make it 1-0. And that'll be it for the second period. We are heading to the third period where Jacobson gets the goal and then Fantilli to make it 2-1 Columbus. Come on, guys. 10 minutes remaining. Get me that tying goal. 5, 4, 3. Are we going to do it? Who's going to be the hero? Nobody. So we get our first loss of the series. 3 stars of the game, Kavan, Finley, and Lindstrom. And unfortunately, it looks like Holmerth is going to be out with an injury for 1 week. So we're going to have to get Huhtinen in there. And then I think Zadorov up to the top 6. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Let's take a 3-1 series lead. And there's a goal for Vasilevsky from Hughes and Hischier to make it 1-0. There's 2-0 Zadorov. And then Sillinger and Hischier with the goals to make it 3-1. And that'll be it for the first period. There's a goal for Hoglander on the power play to make it 3-2. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Come on, guys. All right, heading into the third period, up by 1 still. And there's a goal for Coronado to make it tied at 3. Come on, New Jersey. Get me that go-ahead goal. Get me that game-winning goal. 5 minutes remaining in the third. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are not headed to overtime as Chinakhov, with 7 seconds remaining, gets the game-winning goal. And we are now tied at 2 in this series. 3 stars of the game, Hischier, Carols, and Fantilli. All right, here we go. Game number 5. And that is a scoreless first period. And Fantilli gets a goal on the power play late in the second period to make it 1-0 Columbus heading into the third. Get me something here. There it is. Nemeth with the goal. Makes it 1-1. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Power play for New Jersey. Zadorov with the power play goal. And that will be the game. We are up 3-2 in this series. 3 stars of the game. Finley, Nemeth, and Kavan. All right, we have 2 opportunities to end it here. Game number 6. We can move on to the second round with a win here. And there's a goal for Kempe with his first goal of the playoffs to make it 1-0. But there's a goal for Marchenko to make it 1-1. And then it's followed up by Combe to make it 2-1. That is his first playoff goal. And then Jack Hughes makes it 3-1 heading into the second period, where Sillinger scores to make it 3-2. And we have 15 minutes remaining in the second period. There's a goal by Combe to make it 4-2. From Salayev and Waslin. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. And there's a goal from Middlestat from Pikarainen and Salayev. And we have a 3-goal cushion heading into the third. And there's a goal for Vasilevsky to make it 6-2. And we are looking pretty good here, as there's a goal for Singleton to make it 7-2. And it seems we have this game and series all but wrapped up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 more for good measure. 2 more for good measure, in fact. Hischier and Casey with the goals to make it a 9-2 victory. 3 stars of the game, Waslin, Combe, and Vasilevsky, and we're off to round number 2. And now we're going to get Holmerth back in there. And we have the Ottawa Senators in the second round, so let's get right to it. Game number 1 underway. And that's a goal for Vasilevsky, but then it's followed up by Yakimchuk on the power play for Ottawa to make it 1-1. 5 minutes remaining in the first. Come on, New Jersey. Take a lead in the second period here. It's not going to happen. That's all right. And there's a goal for Cousins on the power play to make it 2-1 Ottawa. But there's a goal for Arsenault on the power play to make it tied at 2. Looks like the power play for both teams is hot in this game. Heading in the third period, tied at 2. And there's a goal for Combe to put us ahead by 1 from Holmerth and Waslin. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Can we hold on? Get me the insurance marker. And there's a goal for Gregorcic on the power play. And then Gregorcic in overtime makes it a 4-3 Ottawa victory. 3 stars of the game, Gregorcic, Cousins, and Holmerth. All right, here we go. Game number 2, down by 1 in the series. And there's 2 quick goals for Hischier and Zadorov to make it 2-0 right off the bat. And there's one for Hughes. And then Stützle follows up to make it 3-1 before the end of the first period. And then you have a goal from Middlestat to make it 4-1. And then Hughes and Stützle with the goals to make it 5-2. And then Leclerc with the goal on the power play makes it 5-3. Halfway through the second period now. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. In what has been an active game so far, Salayev with the goal to make it 6-3 early in the third period. And there's a goal for Waslin on the power play to make it 7-3. 3-2-1, and that'll be it for game number 2. We take the victory. 3 stars of the game, Stützle, Gregorcic, and Hughes. All right, tied at 1 in the series heading into game number 3. Let's take a 2-1 lead here. And there's a goal for Gregorcic, and then Mirshnachenko with the goals to make it now 3-0 with Stützle, and then Hughes with the goal to make it 3-1. 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Power play for New Jersey, and that'll be a goal for Vasilevsky, and then Mirshnachenko with the goal to make it 4-2 before the end of the first period. And there's a goal for Zadorov to make it 4-3, and then Cousins makes it 5-3, and then Cousins again makes it 6-3. What are we doing here? 5 minutes remaining in the second period. And there's a goal for Vasilevsky, makes it 5-6. As you have Holmerth and Vass, and then Batherson makes it 8-6. What is going on here? 10 minutes remaining in the third period. A very high scoring game. 3 stars of the game, Cousins, Gregorcic, and Stützle. And what was a 9-6 victory, actually. for the Ottawa Senators, and we are now down 2-1 in the series. Here we go, game number 4. And that's a goal for Beniers on the power play to make it 1-0. And there's 1-1 with the goal from Jack Hughes. 5 minutes remaining in the first. And we are heading to the second period tied. Power play for New Jersey goes nowhere. Roughly halfway through the second period now as Stützle with the goal. And then Gregorcic makes it 3-1. 4-1 now. Nord with the goal. But then Zadorov makes it 4-2. And then Miroshnichenko makes it 5-2. Gotta say everything in one sentence here with how quick scoring is in this game. Then you have Zadorov with the goal to make it 5-3 early in the third period. Halfway through the third now, power play for New Jersey, and that is a goal for Zadorov with the hat trick to make it 5-4. Do we have some late game heroics? Yes, we do. Luke Hughes with 15 seconds left. We're headed to overtime. Who's it gonna be? Power play for Ottawa goes nowhere. 5 minutes remaining in the first overtime. Do we need a second overtime? Yes, we do. Power play for Ottawa goes nowhere. And Wassland with the goal with 4:09 remaining in the second overtime gets us the victory. 3 stars of the game, Zadorov, Gregorcic, and Salayev as we take a 6-5 victory in game number 4. And we are tied at 2 in the series. Here we go, game number 5 now. Come on, New Jersey, let's take this W here. And there's a goal for Combe to make it 1-0. And then Zadorov with his 10th of the playoffs makes it 2-0 heading into the second period. Now Luke Hughes with the goal makes it 3-0. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Still nothing doing for Ottawa as we head into the third period up by 3. And there's their first goal of the game. Batherson with the goal makes it 3-1. And there's 2 quick goals for Stützle and Vasilevsky to make it 4-2. Halfway through the third period now as Vasilevsky and Batherson and now Kempe and Hughes makes it 8-3. And that'll be it for game number 5. We win 8-3. 3 stars of the game are Hischier, Hughes, and Hughes. All right, here we go. Game number 6. This will be for the finals as we can move on to the finals with a win here. As there's a goal for Stützle and Hughes to make it 1-1. Power play for Ottawa goes nowhere. Power play for New Jersey. It's a long one, it looks like. Yeah, it goes nowhere. It's unfortunate. We got to convert on that. And besides those 2 first period goals, there was no other scoring in the game. We need overtime. Who's it going to be? Power play for New Jersey. Goes nowhere. Come on. Goal for Cousins in overtime. And we have game 7. 3 stars of the game. Coco, Stützle, and Finley. All right, here we go. Game number 7. This is for the Stanley Cup Finals. And there's a goal for Boumediene, makes it 1-0. And there's a goal on the power play for Osmanis to make it 2-0 Ottawa. 3-0 Ottawa. Stützle with the goal on the power play. Come on, boys. We need a very good second half of the game here as there's Hughes with the goal, but then Yakimchuk follows up to make it 4-1. Not looking good. There's 5-1 Osmanis, and we need a miraculous comeback here in the third as there's Arsenault with the goal. And then Holmertz makes it 5-3. Wait a minute. Salayev makes it 5-4. 10 minutes remaining in the third. We still have a chance. This is a game. This is very much a game. 5 minutes remaining. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Ottawa moves on to the finals. So close yet so far. 3 stars of the game. Osmanis, Yakimchuk, and Hughes. So let's check out the player stats for the playoffs. In goal, you have Finley in 13 games played with a 907. Skater-wise, you have Jack with 21 points, Hischier with 16, Luke with 13, Nemets with 13 as well, Vasilevsky with 12, Wassland and Zadorov with 11, Salayev with 9, Arsenault and Combe with 8, Stenlund and Singleton with 7, Holmertz with 5, Kempe and Casey with 4, Bratt and Milstat with 2, Pickarainen with 1, and Huuttinen with nothing in 3 games played. And your 2033 Stanley Cup champions are indeed the Ottawa Senators. They went through St. Louis, your New Jersey Devils, and the Montreal Canadiens in the finals. So, of course, for a second year in a row, the Stanley Cup goes to the Ottawa Senators. The President's Trophy goes to your New Jersey Devils with 115 points on the season. The Hart goes to Kuleshov with 102 points on the season. The Conn Smythe goes to Stützle of Ottawa, 30 points. The Art Ross, of course, goes to Jack Hughes with 105 points on the season. The Calder Good goes to Bogdan Vasilevsky with 81 points. He was so good this season. For the Maurice Richard, you have Gregorcic with 50 goals on the season for Ottawa. The Ted Lindsay goes to Stützle with 71 assists. The Selke Trophy goes to Gregorcic of Ottawa with a 54.7 CF percentage. The Bobby Orr Trophy goes to Quinn Hughes with 93 points on the season. The Norris goes to Luke Hughes with a 54.2 CF percentage. The Vezina goes to Frank Finley, good to see. And the Jack Adams goes to Hiller of St. Louis for a second consecutive year. And now let's see who's retiring this year. You have Miles Wood, Victor Olofsson, Nick Merkley, Vitek Vanacek, Jake Evans, Brett Pesce, Robbie Fabry, John Quenville, Ryan Donato, Pavel Zacha, Daniel Sprong, Colton White, and Blake Spears, all who played for the Devils. And other notable players, you have Leon Draisaitl retiring this year, Elias Lindholm, Aaron Ekblad, Darnell Nurse, we saw Zacha, Sam Bennett, we saw Pesci. Then you have Anthony Duclair as well, Jared McCann, and Pavel Buchnevich, and then Dan Vladar with the career-ending injury. And eliminated at the end of the season are the Vegas Golden Knights and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we are now down to 14 teams in the league. And the landscape of the league is certainly very interesting now. So with that being said, I think it's time to wrap this one up. But of course, not before I thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much for all your supports. And I'll see you guys in the next one when we go through year number 10 of this Battle Royale franchise mode.